California Mid-State Fair. Saw old friend Chef Megan Loring. How cool was that?
Yeah, that's really cool to see Megan. She
Remember
made
that-
us a fantastic
Oh,
Thanksgiving
best
dinner.
Thanksgiving
Not once,
dinner
but
I've ever
twice,
had in my life.
But twice. Remember that?
Yeah.
She had a spot in Slow. We did that at the
Legend.
beginning, and then we did it in Paso Robles with all of our friends, and it was just
Via
so
Creek.
great.
Yeah, legend. We got so much fun we're having here in Mission Square. It really is like a who's who of people in the business here because we got winemakers, we got folks who are making spirits, beer on Wednesday. Jeremy Joji from Grey Wolf and Barton Family Wines and Crowbar will be here tomorrow. Today we got our friend Brandon Carlisle. He is the winemaker for. Of course, Silverhawk Vineyards, which is the wine in the glass, but Pacific Wine Services. And we learned about the idea of a custom crush facility. This is a facility that may make brands for many other wines than just their own. So there's a whole lot that goes into it. And if you can think of a winery having a customer, it might be you, the person who's drinking the wine. But in Brandon's sense, not only is the Silverhawk drinker his customer, but it is all the other brands that have tasked him to make their wines for them. So it is a really cool dynamic to understand how it goes down. And man, you make some great wines, Brandon.
Hey, well, I appreciate it. It's it all starts with the fruit, and all of our clients find really good fruit. And I mean, Paso has some really great stuff.
It does indeed.
So that just makes my job easier. You can't make great wine with bad fruit.
No, for sure. I mean, and you
fruit.
landed in a great spot. We were talking about your story a little bit earlier, coming from, growing up in San Diego for a while, then moving and then attending Auburn University. Go Tigers, right?
Yeah, War
and
Eagle.
Becoming an accountant. And then his parents moved up here from San Diego, would come visit, and kind of saw what was going on, and that kind of that got your interest.
It kind of. I would go out wine tasting with them, and
So you were an accountant, right? I mean, but you were pouring wine in a tasting room.
I never did accounting.
I
I graduated and got the degree, but I did not actually do any accounting.
Oh, I see. So you're like, this is what was
yeah.
I doing for
It
the
was
last 4
kinda
years?
useless,
So
yeah,
let's go pour wine and see how that goes.
Exactly.
But you could make me a great bottle of Syrah, and you could also iron out my 1040s.
Yes, I can.
And that's what matters.
Just let me give you my number, and
Yeah, right.
we'll get this all figured out.
It's So you came up to Paso and you started pouring wine,
Correct.
and you worked at a couple of bars, and then you said, "Wait a second, I want to try this."
I wanna get into the production side of it. I want to see what this is all about.
Was there a wine that gave you the bug? Like Adam and I, it was Zinfandel. 10 years ago when we started this show, we call it the gateway drug. It really broke us into this, which was great because this area, is a big Zinfandel producer.
Yeah.
But was there a wine like that for you?
No, there wasn't a wine at that time for me. It was just learning more about it, and as we mentioned at the beginning of the show, doing the 15C Wine University, it just sparked something that it made me realize there's just much more to this than what I am seeing at this point. So many different terroirs and areas and varietals,
all the different things that go into making wine. Yeah, for sure.
Everything.
So where did you get your first job? What were you doing? Pulling hoses?
So first job was actually tasting room at Pianetta in 2010, and then Opolo after that.
Yeah.
And then in 2011 was the first harvest, and I did that at Dow, and worked there for 7.5 years, and that was quite a learning experience. So yeah, I was on the sorting line for 8 to 10 hours a day, going through
Before
everything.
the optical sorter, apparently.
Yes, exactly. I was the optical sorter.
It's amazing that just when you expand your horizon so much into wine, you're talking about Allie's, Wine University, how that kind of opens you up and almost makes you appreciate more what we got here.
Exactly.
And how close-knit of a community, how we can grow so many different kinds of varietals so well.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, Paso is always known, as you said, for Jeremy, as for Zinfandel starting out, and then it became the Rhone region, and so then we had the Rhone Rangers and all that kind of stuff.
Don't forget about Cab.
Yeah, and then now Cab has taken off, and this is just kind of the perfect area. And as we just tasted with the Aglianico from Penman Springs, Italian varietals are going off now, and Spanish varietals are going off. So it's like the perfect climate and the perfect melting pot for everything.
We've got this great cuvee blend in the glass right now, and this is something you can pick up here at 15C. Really beautiful, well-rounded glass of wine. Talk about this fruit a little bit, where it came from, and the project behind it.
So this fruit came from the Onyx Vineyard, so the Onyx Winery. It's the West Side Paso, Templeton Gap area, Willow Creek district. So you're getting that cooler day. You're getting that Templeton Gap breeze. Helps cool everything off and just helps the fruit mature more, hang a little bit longer, and kind of come to that perfect balance. Like I was saying, good fruit versus not great. You got to have the right growing environment for it, and this is done in that right way.
What year is this?
This is a 2018.
And the tannins have just chilled out on this. So nice.
No, it's
very, very nice.
Very
silky,
smooth.
I would say.
Little hints of tobacco in there, but it's very smooth, very approachable. Great wine.
It's get it by the glass right here at 15C.
You love this one, right? This is your favorite today?
This is my favorite today.
This is one of my favorites today as well, and I love the tobacco on it, actually. Yeah. It adds that little bit of spice.
Yeah, it helps build that middle palate of it.
Very nice. PacificWineServices.com. And if you want to taste Silver Hawk wines, which is the label that this is under, they're here at 15C today, but you can go to, PacificWineServices.com. Is that the best way to come out for a tasting?
Pacific Wine Services or SilverHawkVineyards.com, and you can, like I said, join the club. But if you contact us at Pacific, we can taste you through the Silver Hawk brand, and you can enjoy it and make your purchases there, too.
All right. We are live in Mission Square. We got music coming up from Hillary Watson Music tonight, 7 o'clock here on the Mission Square stage. It's actually turned out to be great. We had a little sprinkle earlier. That has moved on, and now we're just kind of seeing some high clouds, and it's just 75 degrees. Normally it would be 95, Adam, when we're doing this.
Yeah, maybe worse, right?
95, but it's only 75 right now. I mean, it's just the best weather and temperatures that we've had here at the fair. So come on out and enjoy it tonight, man. It's Monday night at the California Mid-State Fair. We are the Cork Dorks hanging out with Pacific Wine